listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world, listen to the sound of my voice. It is a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County, 54 degrees, going up to a high of 69. That's beautiful. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. I am. It's so funny, y'all, because I was on here a second ago. So we have a group family text, and and my husband put in the text, if you had $25,000 on a plane ticket, where would you go? Right? So it's in the family text. So it's 12 of us in this text. We text each other every single morning. We've been doing this since my mother passed away. And it's a way for us to stay connected because she was like the glue that held us all together. And so everybody's busy going about this. She was the one that would call everybody every day. Like, she had a list of people that she called every day. And she called us all and she talked to everybody every day. We didn't all necessarily talk to each other, but she talked to everybody every day. So when she passed away in January, we decided to, we got to do better at keeping in touch with each other. So we got a family text group, right? So every morning we do good mornings and all kind of inspirational stuff and Bible verses and all that. So my husband put in there, if you had $25,000 in a plane ticket to go anywhere in the world, but you got to leave tonight, where would you go? And so I put St. Lucia because I went to St. Lucia in 2014 and I absolutely loved St. Lucia. It was beautiful. Like, most of the tropical islands look the same, but it was something about St. Lucia. And I don't know what it was, but I was like, and I've been to Jamaica and I've been to the Bahamas. I've never been to Cancun. I've never been to the DR. So those are on my to-do list. But I've been to St. Lucia and it was beautiful. And so I said St. Lucia. So my aunt, who doesn't want to leave Albany for anything, so she's in Albany, and she put France. So I put in the family message, you do know that you got to leave Albany to get to France. Everybody's like cracking up in the email because she won't leave Albany for anything. Like, and I was like, come on. So, I got to go to church. She always got an excuse why she can't leave Albany. So I put it in there, and she's cracking up on. So you do know you got to leave Albany to get to France, right? Like, France is not going to be around the corner in Albany, which is hilarious. But hope you guys have. That's how my day started, with laughter and fun, which is a good thing, which is a really good thing. Because my aunt is like, now she loves Albany, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like she's just she's afraid to make a move, and so she always finds a reason not to leave Albany. And I put, you gotta leave Albany to get to France. Like that's the only way you're gonna get there, So anyway, today is National Fast Food Day. Now listen. Fast food, that's every day for some folks, but it's a national day today. So I don't know what you really like. I can tell you yesterday I had Chipotle. I hadn't had that in a long time. And I did have it. It was actually pretty good. Probably because I haven't had it in a long time. I probably haven't had it in about 5 months. I'm funny like that. Like I'll eat something like a lot and then I don't eat it again for like a long time. I think it's been like maybe even 6 months. I hadn't eaten Chipotle. It's also National Button Day. It's National Indiana Day. National Check Your Wipers Day. So check your wipers. Eat a little bit of fast food. Don't go overboard. Make sure your buttons are working. And shout happy National Day to Indiana, all the way on the other side of the U.S. from where we are. Arkansas somewhere. It's probably closer. All right, let's get on with our horoscopes, brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Dawson for today, Tuesday, November the 16th. Yes, it is the 16th, y'all. Time does not wait for us at all. It is moving fast. We're gonna kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. You can make a big difference to children if you are understanding of the difficulties they are experiencing. Take care of matters involving institutions or government agencies. Take care of any pressing health problems. Aries, anything that's pressing you about your health, take care of that. You don't want it to get out of hand. You want to control the situation now. You don't want to have to be, reactive. You want to be proactive, which means get started now with taking care of yourself. All right? Okay, cool. Taurus, you should be trying to clear up legal contracts that have been pending. You may be emotional and quick to judge others. Empty promises will cause confusion. I don't know who's making those empty promises, Taurus. I don't know if it's you or the other person, but it's going to cause you some confusion. So either way, be prepared. Just know that that's what's going to happen. I don't know, did you make the empty promise or did somebody make an empty promise to you? Either way, you're going to be confused. So I just want you to prepare early, okay? Okay. Gemini, unexpected bills will leave you a little short. Don't you hate those? Use your creative abilities to come up with new ideas and directions. Don't push your opinions on others today, or you may find yourself in the doghouse. Roof in the doghouse. Yeah, don't listen. Don't push your. Let people have their own opinions. You have yours. They have theirs. Let them have it, Gemini. I know you want everybody to see things your way because I know Geminis, but let them have their own opinion. That way you don't have to be in the doghouse trying to find a dog bone, okay? I'm just trying to help you out. Cancer. Your ability to see others' point of view will allow you to come to reasonable agreements. You can make or break a personal relationship today. Hold your temper and refrain from doing anything you may that might cause injury. Hold your temper, Cancer. Hold it. I know sometimes people just piss you off, right? I get it. I understand. But today you're going to hold your temper. Refrain from doing anything that may cause yourself or anyone else any injury, because you could go to jail right before the holidays if you hurt somebody. I'm just trying to help you. Or it could hurt your pocket right before the holidays. I'm just trying to help you out. And listen, you can make or break a personal relationship today. Try to make it. Don't try to break it. Unless it's one you just don't need to be in, then get out. But in the meantime, try to hold on to it and make it right. Leo. Don't expect romantic encounters to be lasting. Leo, I get this a lot from Michael. Always says this about you. What is up? Like, what's the problem? You can't find real love. What is going on? You might need to step back for a second and do some self-discovery. This thing comes up with you all the time. Don't expect romantic encounters to be lasting. Why? What are you doing? Anyway, you may find out that someone has not been completely honest with you. Okay, so they're liars, right? Okay. Be cautious and use your head wisely in situations that deal with the use of machinery or vehicles. Okay, Leo. Somebody's been lying. Completely honest, no, they've been lying. Michael is trying to put it, politically correct. Somebody has not been completely honest. Somebody's been lying to you. So figure out who that person is and don't trust them. I'm saying, like, if they're lying to you, can you trust them for real? Yeah. And if you're involved with somebody romantically right now, it's not going to last. So don't go all over in it because it's not going to last. I know I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Right around the holiday time, everybody want to be with somebody. Well, that's not true. Because a lot of people break up around the holiday time. And they break up because they don't want to be pinned down on the holiday. They want to be able to move around and go see this one, go see that one. They don't want to buy gifts. They don't want to meet the family. So a lot of people don't want to be pinned down on the holidays. It's the truth. They break up right before Christmas, New Year's, and Valentine's Day. It's sad. I've heard guys say it. Yeah, I always break up around. Because they don't want to buy things, and they suck. I know, that's a terrible reason to break somebody's heart. Virgo, your uncanny insight will help you make the right choices. Monitor your budget carefully to avoid unnecessary stress. You may have major blow-ups with someone you love if you don't back down. Back down, Virgo. Back down. Fall back. You don't want to have no major blow-ups around the holiday, especially if it's over something stupid and trivial. Like, it's something small, just let it go. I know sometimes you just want to be right, but do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Sometimes being happy does not mean that you got to be right. And even if you know in your heart that you're right and it doesn't mean that the person needs to know, just roll with it. Like, you know what? It's okay. I just want to be happy right now. I know some people don't brush it on the rug. I get it. But some things you can just let fall by the wayside. So, you know what? Whatever. I know the real truth. I do that all the time. All the time. And here's why I do it. Because it's something small that really doesn't matter. And I could be right or I could be happy. And because it really doesn't matter, it's not a big deal, I choose right. I choose happy. I'm like, whatever. Like, I do, it happens to me all the time, y'all. And I just, like, I don't even want to go into it. Okay, that's what you feel like. Okay, I know the truth. I'm going to let you roll with your truth, because that's your truth. I'm going to roll with my truth, and we all going to be happy. And I do that all the time. Now, if it's something serious, oh, nah. You got, no. No, we got to get to the point of it. We got to get to the bottom of the situation. But if it's something small, I don't waste my time on that. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Stay tuned.
Say it again, say it again. You're saying you're sorry, so say it again. Only you can make my world go black. Say you love me, then you take it back. Say it again, say it again. You want my forgiveness, so say it again. You're my thunder of my darkest night. You just can't go back and can do that. My heart was open wide. I could feel it breaking deep inside. 'Cause it's too late. Your time is up. Time is done and now we're stuck. 'Cause it's too late. You roll the dice, and now you have to pay the price. Oh, I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry, no. I'm not even sorry. You're gonna be the lonely one. I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry, no. I'm not even sorry. You're gonna be the lonely one. I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry, no. I'm not even sorry. You're gonna be the lonely one. I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry. I'm not even sorry. You're gonna be the lonely one.
One thing I love about this show is that I get to play good music. So that's a new song I just added to my playlist. Yes, I did. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, bringing you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Dawson. For today, November the 16th, which is Tuesday, we're going to pick it up with Libra. You should be making plans to spend some time with the one you love, with the ones you love. Take care that arrangements to spend quality time together are made in advance. Stubborn about making changes around home. Yeah, don't be so stubborn. Like, it's the holiday time. Put your tree up, put your lights up. Don't be stubborn, and spend some time with the people that you love. Trust me, it's one thing you can't get back. Let me tell you one thing we can't get yesterday back. Spend some time with the people you love today, because you cannot get time back. I can tell you that, and you should know that. Nothing you did yesterday can you take back. Not one thing. You can't go back and change anything. You can't go back and spend some time yesterday. Can't go back. You cannot. Scorpio. Romantic encounters will develop through group activities. Upheavals may occupy your day. You may have been too nice to a friend who just wanted to take advantage of you. Watch out for them kind of friends. Who needs those type of friends? You want to be nice. I get it, Scorpio. You want to be nice. I'm nice. You want to be nice, and then people try to take advantage of your niceness. I was talking to someone about this yesterday. I said they take your sweetness for weakness, because they do. And then when they find out you're not weak, then they pissed off. They call you all kind of names. You're mean, you're ugly, you're nasty. No. I was sweet until you did the wrong thing. Because people take your sweetness for weakness. Yeah, some people just sweet. Even when they try to be mean, they just sweet. They're just sweet people, and and that's a good thing. However, people tend to run over sweet people. They just do. Sagittarius, insincere gestures of friendliness may be misleading. Be cautious of making any residential changes today. Don't ruffle the feathers of those you care about most. Yeah, don't ruffle the feathers. It's the holiday time. I'm a sucker for the holidays, y'all. Even though this holiday is going to be a little different, I'm still looking forward to it. Both of them, Christmas and Thanksgiving. Looking forward to both. Thanksgiving because I get to eat some food that I don't eat like most of the year round. Christmas because I get to buy things for people, and it's like it's okay. My sugar baby, she done tell me, Gia, I want everything. I said, you gonna get everything. My daughter said, I don't know where she gonna put everything. Y'all must gonna leave that stuff at your house. Oh, because she said she want everything. I said, you gonna get everything. Capricorn, most partner problems are a result of both people not living up to their promises. It's a good time for long-awaited relationships to begin. Take time to do something nice for yourself. Love on yourself, Capricorn. I know Capricorns. They do a lot for a lot of people. Listen, take some time to do something nice for yourself. Love on you today. I'm just trying to help you out. Aquarius, talk to an older family member you have helped in the past. Mingle with those who can help you get ahead. You need time to rejuvenate. Spend some time. It's coming up to that nice holiday season. I'm still trying to debate whether I'm going to come and talk to y'all on Thanksgiving Day. I'm still trying to debate about that. Matter of fact, I probably will though. Y'all probably drop in and say Happy Thanksgiving. Anyway, I'm looking forward to some time to rejuvenate. I am. I'm going to take a few days for the holiday. I'm going to rejuvenate. So I'm looking forward to that. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, your charm and generosity will bring you new friends and romantic opportunities. All right. You could expect the fur to fly on the home front. I don't know what that means. Come to your own conclusions rather than taking the word of someone else. Okay, fish. There's a lot going on here. Now, listen here. You fish that are single, this is for you. Now, the other fish that are in situations, this is not for you. So let me read that part again. And I'm only reading this for the fish that's not in situations. Your charm and generosity will bring you new friends and romantic opportunities. Now, the new friends is cool. The romantic opportunities part, that's for the fish that's not in situations. Okay? You fish that are in situations, the romantic opportunity piece is not for you. Get out the situation first. Get out of the situation first. And then look for that part. Expect that part. Now, here, I'm just trying to help you out. And listen, don't take anybody else's word for it. Come to your own conclusion. Because here's the thing. Sometimes people are telling you stuff and it's like their version of what really happened. And then it's not the version that you need to hear because it's not the true version. So then it's all screwed up. So come to your own conclusion about a situation. Don't let anybody else come to that conclusion for you. All right? All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thyssen. Stick around because right after this segment of news, I'm going to be talking business because it is Talk Business Tuesday. So be sure to stick around and see what I got to say about the business on the business side. Yes. There's some, Commissioner, now let's get on to some news you can use. Commissioner Jasper Watkins is taking a little bit of heat from some of the Dacula's residents because they want him to step up and say something about this new cell tower that they're trying to build in Dacula. They don't want it. And they're saying that, he wasn't in attendance at a meeting and, he's really done nothing to help them. So they're a little bit pissed off about that because they do not want the cell tower because they have tried to set up a meeting with the developers to say, listen, we want to know more information about this cell tower. You want to put a 14-story cell tower in Dacula. We want you to tell us what does that mean. And I know for a lot of people, they want to know about the offshoot of radiation and all these things because I would want to know that. Listen, because they say our phones, our computers, our laptops, and tablets, all this stuff give off radiation. I can't even imagine, what kind of radiation comes off of a 14-story cell tower. So they want to know, but Commissioner Watkins is taking some heat because they feel like that he's not on their side, and it's kind of crazy because at the end of the day, when it's time to go to the polls, it's like, okay, what's going on here? State Representative Chuck Charles Efstration said, you know what? I'm on the side of my constituents. Now, I don't know what that means. Who are your constituents? Is it the residents of Dacula or is it your party? I have no idea. But that was his statement. They're saying right now, as to the construction of the cell tower in the residential area, because that's a residential area, it's out of place with the zoning around it, he said. I'm very concerned that the county commissioner who represents the district failed to attend the meeting last week. So they're not happy right now with Commissioner Watkins. They want him to step up and say something. This is as far as how this proposal was publicly shared with the resident. Efstration said it is his understanding that this is the first permit of its kind to come before the commission this year. The community showed up to oppose the proposal in October, and the proponents requested additional time to meet with the members of the community. He said the meeting has certainly not resolved the issue. So the community they don't want the cell tower. They want someone to step up and say, listen, we want to know more about what this cell tower means. It says, one person says, I feel like the concerns expressed from the community need to be listened to. And I'm hopeful that the commission will deny the request to permit so that the cell phone tower is not built at this location. So that's what they're hoping. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but people remember these things at the poll. So, at least show up. Even if you're for it, show up and say why I'm for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's that could be a little bit of a problem. At poll time, when it's time to go back to the polls and vote, that people are gonna remember that. Like, you didn't come to this meeting, you didn't help us with these cell tower people. We didn't want that cell tower, and some of the residents feel like the cell tower is gonna be built anyway, despite what they're saying. Despite their concerns about having a cell tower in their county, they feel like it's going to be built anyway. So we'll see. I'll keep y'all abreast of what's going on with that story. Georgia Gwinnett College researchers seek to build a cyber attack resilient passenger air networks. So right now, there are a lot of people traveling. It's holiday time. It's the holiday season for like the next, month and a half. People are going to be traveling. And right now, there are a lot of threats that 2 hour air, well, let me say this. Americans prepared to take, to move around for Thanksgiving. There are some researchers out there who feel like there's some threats to the airlines. A lot of airlines, air flights have been canceled, like JetBlue canceled hundreds of flights in September. They didn't say why they canceled them. They canceled it, though. Spirit Airlines blamed the staff shortage for thousands of cancellations in late August. And most recently, Southwest canceled 2,000 flights across the country. They said due to inclement weather and staff shortages. Now, I guess these researchers feel like it's a little bit more than that. They say the growing threat of attacks against critical infrastructure that come from inside computers are posed to exterior forces has become a major concern for travelers, government officials, and airlines alike. So they're trying to figure out how to keep our airways safe. So Dr. Skanda Vivek, assistant professor of physics at the School of Science and Technology at Georgia Gwinnett College, teamed up with Dr. Charles Harry, an associate research professor in the School of Public Policy at the University of Maryland, to conduct a research study to better understand these threats. So they're working together to understand the threats and also to understand how they can mitigate these threats. So it's great that we got people out there who are concerned about this because we travel a lot. I just told y'all, my husband put that little thing out, like, where would you go? The only way to get to St. Lucia that I know of is by boat and by plane. If I had to pick between the two, I'm going to pick the plane because it's going to be a shorter trip. So, they want to make sure that they are doing everything they can to keep us safe because they said to shed some light on the vulnerabilities of U.S. airlines and airports to cyber attacks and other frameworks for assessing these threats. They published their findings in the 2021 13th International Conference on Cyber Conflict, CyCon. So they published their information there. So to read the full story, you can go to thepatch.com. It's a full story there. You'll find out what they're thinking about doing. You'll find out some of the things that they found out in that report that's going to help you stay safe, I guess. Stay safe. Right? Yep, you got to do that. So the Gwinnett Police Food Drive hopes to feed hundreds of people this holiday season. Yep, hundreds. Trust me, there are still food insecurities here in Gwinnett County and around the world. You wouldn't think that in the United States there would be food insecurities, but there are. Just this past Sunday, my sorority and I went to make a donation to a church in Fairburn to help feed some families this Thanksgiving holiday season because there are still food insecurities. The pastor of that church said, he got calls from people already saying, are you going to be giving out food this year? I know when I was in Jersey, at the church that my family used to go to, they gave out, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of turkeys every year. And people came to get them because there really is a food problem. And I look around, right? I'm in Georgia. I look around. There's land. It's a lot of land. And I'm thinking, why can't we just put something on the land to feed people? Why can't we just set up farms to feed people? I know it's not as simple as I'm saying it, but what can we do to do that? So we don't have food insecurities. And people, don't trust me now, people step up to the plate and they, especially this time of year, they donate food and they donate monies and things like that. But what about the rest of the year? Like, what about when there's no holiday? Like, is there anything we can do to help with food shortages in the United States of America and in Georgia? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't quite understand that. Not when I can see vacant land and you keep putting houses on the land. What about putting some farms up so we can feed folks? What about that? I get it. Everything is about money, y'all. And it's a sad thing. But farms can make money, especially if you help them. On Sunday, I had a candidate, Nikita Hemingway. She's running for the Agriculture Commissioner for Georgia. And she's a farmer. She has a farm here in Lawrenceville. And she's going to be doing tours of her farm. And I think that's really important that she educate people about what it takes to run a farm. Now, I know for some people that's back-breaking work. I get it. But for others, it's a way to eat. So, I don't quite get that part. Anyway, the Gwinnett County Police Department Records Unit is collaborating with the Hamilton Mill United Methodist Church Food Pantry for a food drive to help citizens during the holidays. Residents are encouraged to drop off donations during normal business hours, now through Monday, December 13th at 7 locations. And here are the locations. Police headquarters located at 770 High Hope Road in Lawrenceville. District 1, West Precinct 6160, located at Crescent Drive in Norcross. District 2, South Precinct 2180, Stone Drive in Lilburn. District 3, North Precinct 2735, Mall of Georgia Boulevard in Beaufort. District 4, East Precinct 2273, Alcovey Road in Dacula. District 5, Central Precinct 3125 Satellite Boulevard in Duluth. District 6, Bay Creek Precinct, 185 Ozora Road in Loganville. Now, the pantry at HMUMC is open 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. every Saturday, providing over 35,000 pounds of food, helping feed an average of 600 families each week. 35,000. Feeding 600 families. All are welcome. There are no eligibility requirements to receive food. So to find out more, to get more of the information, you can go to www.hmumc.org/the pantry. Again, that's www.hmumc.org/the pantry. Go there, and if you want to get those locations again, go to ajc.com. You'll see the story there. You can get get all the locations there as well. All right, listen here. I don't know if y'all want to do this or not, but I think this is pretty cool. Goat yoga today. Goat yoga this weekend coming. I'm thinking about going to do this. So they're going to be doing goat yoga this Saturday at 2 o'clock in Loganville. And this is fun for beginner goat yoga. I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to tell my daughter, let's go to goat yoga. It's a 1 hour long, easy yoga moves to just come for a goat, or just come for the goat, come snuggle with the goat. I think I'm going to do this. I really do. I've never done it. And I think it's pretty cool that they're offering it. And I think I'm going to go do goat yoga. So anyway, if you want to do it, it's going to be this Saturday, November the 20th at 2 p.m. It's going to be located at 2910 Tig Knight Road in Loganville. 2910 Tig Knight Road in Loganville. There is a $5 charge. Bring your own towel. Let's see. Oh, if you want to get a yoga mat rental, you can rent the yoga mat for $5, or you can bring your own towel or your own yoga mat. And no experience needed, ages 7 and up. We will also have yoga mats available. All right, so there's a link on thepatch.com, but you can go directly to the website by going to goatyogageorgia.com. goatyogageorgia.com. Listen, maybe I'll see y'all there at 2 p.m. this coming Saturday to do goat yoga. I'm really thinking about going to do goat yoga in Loganville, so I'm going to leave that story open because I think I want to do it. I think it's going to be pretty cool. All right, listen, I'm going to the song. I'll be right back after this song to give you, we're going to talk business. We're going to talk business right after this song, so stay tuned.
So tell your good lies.
Network. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney. Listen, it's Talk Business Tuesday, so let's talk business. Right now it's holiday season. We got Black Friday coming. We got Small Business Saturday. We got Cyber Monday coming. So you're gonna be flooded with offers. All for the next from Thanksgiving Eve all the way through for the rest of this year. You're going to be flooded with all kind of offers, right? Because right after Christmas, then you got the after Christmas sale, then you got the New Year's sale, then you got the President's sale, then oh my God, it's Valentine's Day. Here's what I like. I had to write a press release for one of my clients yesterday because, yes, outside of running my mouth with you guys, I do have a marketing and media company. So, yeah. So, when I'm not talking, I'm working. I'm working on other stuff for clients. So, I had a client and I had to do a press release yesterday. And because she had a big milestone in her company and we needed to make sure it got out to the media. And here's why I like press, right? Because if you write the story a certain way, a lot of media outlets would pick the story up. They may edit it, but they're looking for great content. And this is a wonderful opportunity for you to get traffic back to your website and links back to your website. And so even though it's the holiday season, find a story to attach to. So if you know that and we're going to probably do another press release probably next week because we're probably going to make some kind of donations or something. And we're going to start a toy drive or something, but we're probably going to do another one. And so let me just say this. Let me back up a second. There was a young lady who was working with me. She had a PR company. And she was saying that, you shouldn't put out so much media, right? And I said to her, well, you got to put it out until they write about you. Because you can't put out one press release and don't put out another one because you feel like it's too much. No, you put out another one until they write about you. And I know sometimes that could be overkill, but you want to put out good stuff. You don't want to put out just, I got a sale going on. You don't want to put that out. You want to put out stories. So if your company is putting out great stories, because people like stories. I love stories. People like stories. And so she was saying, well, you don't want to put out too much. It's like, PR is public relations. If you're doing something that the public may find of interest, you want to put that out. So there's no such thing as too much PR. When I launched my first company, that's all I had. We didn't have money to really market. We didn't even know how to market. But I read this book called The Personal Touch by Terry Williams. And what Terry said was public relations was key. And she was right. I did everything she said in that book. And I was able to get so much PR for my company without spending more than $20. And I spent $20 because I went to the dollar store and I bought some boxes, some gift boxes, some small gift boxes, some dollar candy, some wrapping paper. I wrote a press release, printed the press release out, put it in the box with the candy, and mailed it off to these magazines that I wanted to be featured in. And so there was a magazine called what was the magazine? Emerge. It was a magazine called Emerge. Emerge was going to write the story, but right when they got the press release, the magazine folded. But the editor, I think, left Emerge and went to Heart and Soul magazine. And because the story was such a different story, when that magazine closed, they took the story to Heart and Soul magazine and they wrote about us in Heart and Soul magazine. And Heart and Soul magazine put the story. We were on one side of the page and Kelly Price was on the other side of the page. I still have that magazine, y'all, and it was amazing. But it was because I used PR, and so because of that, we got known around the world for that company. And so I'm telling you that PR can help you leverage anything you're doing in your company, but it has to be newsworthy. It has to be a story. It can't just be you selling something. It can't be that. It has to be a story. For us, we were very unique. We invented the first plus size fashion dolls. Nobody else could say that back then. It was us. We did it. We were the first. And so we were able to put that out, and we got picked up in so many publications, national television shows. I remember being on the John Walsh show, and we shot the show in New York. And the show was viewed from Maine to Albany. From Maine to Albany, Georgia. And I remember my aunts and everybody saying, oh my God, we see you on TV. It was primetime TV. I think the John Walsh show came on like at 11 o'clock. That was because I had created a relationship with someone and they remembered me, and I'm sitting up there holding a doll in one hand and my book in the other hand, looking crazy on national television. But I didn't care because that was publicity, right? That was publicity for my companies. And so you got to kind of think outside of the box when it's time for you to get your news out there. Now let me say this. Let's talk about what's outside of the box, okay? So my client just signed a major contract, right? And that's news. And we had to put that out because her company is a startup company. This is a major contract with hotels around the world, not just in Gwinnett County. This is a huge hotel brand with hotels around the world. if we do a great job with them, right, that contract could expand around the world. But if we do a great job right here in Gwinnett County, that person that hired the company will not go tell somebody else, oh, we use such and such company, or we use this company. What does that mean? Now it looks like in the news, well, they can handle that company because it's a major hotel brand. They may be able to handle our boutique hotel. They may be able to handle our new hotel that's coming. They may be able to make sure that, everybody is safe. So you have to look at the story, and it told the story. Like, she's a security. She's been in law enforcement for over 25 years. She's a female in a space where there are not a lot of females. She's an African American female. So it was just like a lot going on in this story. And so you put the story out there, and people like stories, and people love underdog stories. So if you're doing something wonderful, not that you're selling the book, right? Talk about why the book is important. Tell your story about how you sold, what made you write the book, right? If you grew up in a marriage where, you had, let's say, for instance, you grew up in a family where, your mother was black and your father was a Jew. That's a great story, because people, let me back up. I met a guy one time. His name was Nick. He was Asian, right? So Nick was Asian. He was adopted by some Italians, and he married a black woman. And I said to Nick, what the freak does this is exactly what I said to him. What the freak does the holidays look like at your house around that time? He was like, all nations. He was Asian. His wife is black. He was raised by Italians. Now that's a story. That's a story. And he was a filmmaker because he knew that he could be creative. Because he was in 3 different worlds. He was in the Asian world, he was in the black world, and he was in the freaking Italian world. I was like, what are the chances of that? And that was his story. But that's a great story, because I personally would love to just be a fly on the wall at the holiday times in his family. I can't even imagine what that looks like. You got lasagna on this side, collard greens on this side, and fried rice right here. You know what I'm saying? Can you think about that for a second? He has all these cultures in his family, all these traditions, right? That's a great story. Now, maybe he wrote a book about that. And so, other than him saying, buy my book, he would tell how he grew up in all these different, in this very diverse family of people. And now his family is even more diverse because his wife is African American. And you want to be able to tell stories like that. And it was, I'm telling you, people want to hear those type of stories. They want to hear why, how did it happen? How did you get along? Right? And then you sell the book at the end. Then you sell the new wallet at the end. You were in Honduras, and you saw like this cow, and the cow had this, and it was some kind of leather, and you decided you wanted to do. Or you were in Africa, and they were making baskets, and you saw that they took the back. So you want to tell the story, but then you can sell the basket. I had eczema, and because I had eczema, I had to find the right kind of concoction, because every year I'd be itching so bad, and I broke out, and I felt this kind of way, and when I felt like that, I didn't feel good about myself. I thought everybody was watching me, and that's why I came up with this shea butter cream. Tell the story first, then sell the product on the back end. Now, what does that do? That's a story that you can say, okay, I got a story. Let me pitch this story to publications that may, if it's about eczema, you can pitch it to a magazine and talk about skincare. Right? If it's about basket weaving, you can pitch it to a publication or a news source to talk about humanitarian efforts, because it's a good story. If it's a story about families, Nick can pitch that story to any publication that talk about families. If it's talking about mixed families, diverse families, blended families, all of that, he can pitch the same story to adoption agencies, news outlets that talk about adoption, all of that. So now you got your story. Now you got to figure out who to pitch to. You don't want to pitch your story to just anybody. I remember some years ago, like once Georgette and I closed our company, I went into media. So I've been in media for a long time. I think this was like 2003. Went into media, and there was the 2 brothers, Nick Harris and God, what was his brother name? Well, anyway, they run radio TV interview. They print out a publication called a radio TV interview, and what happens is authors, they catered mostly to authors back then. I don't know if they just cater to authors now, but back then they catered mostly to authors. So authors would pay, some money, and they print their stuff inside of this really nice newsletter they sent. It was black and white. They had a color cover, like one color, and then everything else was black and white. But they would print their information in it and then send it out to all the media. I'm media, so I would get it every month, and I would say, okay, I want to interview this person on my show, and then I would reach out to the person and interview them. But every year, they started producing something called a National Publicity Summit. And because I was media, I got the opportunity to be one of the, panelists for the National Publicity Summit. Well, this one year I went, and what happens is all these authors, well, not all, like they open it up to about 89, 90 authors. They pay a ton of money, like $6,000 to come. But it was worth it because their goal was to get publicity, PR, for what they were doing. And one of the best ways to do that was to show up at this event and pitch all of us who were in the media. You got 2 minutes to pitch, and there was a timekeeper standing at the line. So when your 2 minutes was up, they tap you on the shoulder so you can move so the next person can come up. Well, this particular year, I interviewed women in business. This guy came to me. He had this media kit inside this plastic. It was like a plastic binder or something. And it was something about water purification or something. And I was like, yeah, I don't interview about that. He's like, no, I want you to take it. I'm like, yes, sir, but I don't talk about water purification. It was some kind of like physics or something. It was something like that. Something that I did not talk about. And I kept telling him, I'm not going to call you. Like, you about to waste marketing material on me because I'm not going to call you. You're not my audience. And he just insisted. So I took it and it went into a box. And when they mailed the box to me, because what would happen is we have so many books from authors that they would put everything in a box with our name on it, and then they would mail it to us later. So I was in Jersey, but, I caught the train. I wasn't about to take this box on the train that weighed about 45 pounds, so that wasn't going to happen. So they would mail the box to us later. So when I got the box at home, I trashed the stuff because I did not talk about what he was presenting to me. And he kept trying to tell me, I was like, sir, I don't talk about that. So you're really going to waste this nice kit on me with all this stuff with water and green grass. I didn't talk about that. So I couldn't even find a way to even bring him on the show because unless he had like a female a partner or something and she wanted to talk about the business side, but he didn't. It was just him and it was crazy. So that was a waste. So I said all that to say, pitch the right people. If you're going to pitch a PR story, pitch the right people. If it's an evergreen story, send it out to all the news aggregates and let the people pick up what they want. But if it's something specific, find the right person, the right outlet, the right news platform to pitch to. Now, I'm going to say this, and this is great. The patch. There's the patch in somewhere. If you live anywhere in the United States, I guarantee there's a patch there where you are. I'm in Lawrenceville, I'm in Gwinnett County. We got the patch Lawrenceville, we got the patch Snellville, we got the patch Loganville. You can become an author on the patch and put out as many stories as you want, as long as they're not selling, right? So if you're doing something in the community that's community oriented and you want to talk about it, put it on the patch. That's a start. And then put a link back to your website. That's a link back. So just think about ways to be creative and using the media to get your stories out there. There are a lot of bloggers. Like right now, I can't write all the content I need for Good Morning Gwinnett, the website. I can get on here and I talk every morning, but there is a lot of content that I don't even have the time to transcribe half the stuff I talk about because I have the content, but I need to bring people on who want to write about, your best life, when you need to meditate, and I want that. Like I'm going to do goat yoga probably, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about it, but I don't have enough time in the day to man my own website. There are a lot of me's out there because we have clients that we work for. And we have to make sure that we're getting their news out. We have to make sure that we're doing their marketing stuff for them because they pay us good money. So we can't, not do that. But then on the flip side, my website suffers, right? Because I'm working with my clients. And I have about 5 major clients that I work with. And I have to get their stuff out there. Whenever I see PayPal and there's a payment come through, I got to go help that client. And that happened this morning. It was so funny. I was like, oh, crap, I got to go help this client. Because I got standing clients that pay me on a monthly basis, almost like having a retainer. So I have to help them do the work. So, but I say all that to say there are bloggers out there. There are news sources out there, digital magazines, digital websites. They're looking for great content. And a lot of them will link back to you, which gives your website some juice because you got link backs, especially if it's a company like that links back and it's like really a bit like, let's say for instance, you got an article and it went on Forbes.com. Now it may not make the Forbes magazine or Inc.com or Entrepreneur.com, but it may make the digital platforms and link back to you. Those platforms have a lot of juice. So if they got juice, then you get the link back juice as a result of that if it links back to you. So that's a whole nother story we could talk about. But right now I want you to leverage PR to help you with your marketing push for this holiday season. If you have a special kind of doll that you made and you donated one to an organization that handles children who have been abused or their parents have died or whatever it is, tell the story first and then sell the product on the back end. You don't want to sell it. You just want to tell a story and talk about the product. And so, you know, you can tell a story and then on the back end talk about the doll and then put a link back to your website. Because now it doesn't look like you're selling. And you're not. You are, but you're not. You're telling a great story. All right, that's all I got for you. I'm going to go to my last song. I will be back after this song to give you my words of inspiration for the day, so stay tuned. Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration. It is a good one. Not that the ones I give every day aren't good, but I think this is a good one. It says, why worry? If you've done your very best, the very best you can, worrying won't make it better. Oh, let me say it again. Why worry? If you've done the very best you can, worrying won't make it any better. Walt Disney said that, and he was right. Now, here's a key to that. Have you done the very best that you can? Because that's the problem. Sometimes we worry, right? And we've done our very best. But for the most part, are you worrying because you know it was something else you could have done? Right? Because if it's something else you've done and it's not your very best, do your very best. When you do your very best, then stop worrying. Because there's nothing you can do to change the fact that you've done your very best. Now, if you know you slacked off and you did not do your very best, then you may have a problem. So my suggestion to you is to do your very best at everything you can. that's important to you. Because sometimes some things just aren't important. So that's why you don't do your very best. Because you really don't care. It's not that important. But if it's something that's really important to you, do your very best. That's why I'm always tweaking the show, and I'm trying to do my very best amongst the million things that I have to do every day. Because it's important to me. So all I got for you today. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 54 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. If you missed any episodes of this show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and listen to the past episodes there. Also, click on the support button, and you'll be able to support the show by buying a bag, some socks, a t-shirt, a long sleeve shirt, and that's support the show, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Also, follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett, and follow me on the Twitter at GM Gwinnett, the number one. If you listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes and give them 5 stars, love, like, and share the show and subscribe to the show with your friend. Leave us a comment there. Leave me a comment there. I appreciate that as well. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Listen, stay safe out there. Until next time, my friends. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.